Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing a video in my bed because I have a computer over here that I'm going to be doing some classes on because I like to lay in my bed and take classes and like my computer stuff and so forth. It's a lazy way to go, but sometimes I like doing it. And also I'm going to be applying for some new jobs and stuff. But anyways, this video is a virus related one, just to be forewarned. Got in some arguments on Facebook today, which included me being kind of violently obscene towards someone. And just to let you know, you might be triggered by this video if you are pro what the governments have been doing the last year and a half or so. I'm not saying you'll be triggered, but you may not like what I have to say. I think so. I got into it, and I'm in a really weird, messed up mood right now because I'm kind of freaked, and I'm kind of pissed off because I got the shot, the Big Johnson one. Big Johnson's liquor, whatever, you remember those Big Johnson shirts from the 90s? They're pretty funny. I know it's controversial to the chagrin of many people who do watch my videos or others. I did it under pressure, under duress to some extent, because I thought we were going to go back to the office. I don't know if it's going to be today, but I'm posting another video about, more about remote work and what I think about it. And I think it's basically, in some ways, neo-feudalism in certain ways. Just as a hint. Very left-wing perspective on remote work in a certain way. Maybe anarchist, far left, whatever. What I have to say about it. So, anyways, so I had the shot. And I was like, okay, getting back to normal. Let's go crazy and have fun and go out, which I've been doing. And, I'm getting hit on at bars again and stuff, and that's cool, like the other night. And at karaoke. And things are going better. So, but you have this concerning I'll just use some code words because I have been doing that for the last 6 months or so on YouTube. I'll just say variable ints. Take out the bull, and you see what I'm saying, of concern. And one of them is, like a sorority or fraternity name, like the Lambda, the Revenge of the Nerds one. I can't wait till that hits. It'll hit sororities, yeah. I know that's a problematic movie in some ways, but yeah, it's pretty funny. So we hear about all these countries locking down again and doing more, in counties and cities doing mask mandates. And I'm just like, all right, so when is this going to end? When can we have our freedom back 100%? I took your experimental shot in the promise that we were going to be free, right? I took it because I thought that my job was going to require it. And if I didn't take it, I have to wear a mask and be distanced at work. And I didn't want that. And it turns out we're going to be mainly remote anyway, so it's in vain in a way. I didn't, and I'm not getting any younger, and, I have some weight on me. So I didn't see the risk being that high. And, social pressure and peer pressure, of course, it contributed to that. But now we're talking about, there's an article about mask mandates being reinstated in the fall and maybe more restrictions again. And I'm just like, we already went through this. When is it going to end? When are we going to stop? When is this going to end? If it's endemic, if the virus is endemic, are you going to do that every fall, every couple of months when there's cases? And I posted on Facebook, I'm leaving the city, if we do these types of restrictions again this fall or winter. I'm leaving for one of the free states, Texas or Florida. And the reason being is because if it's just cases that are high, most people get asymptomatic or mild symptoms. Nobody, hospitalizations aren't through the roof or deaths or whatever. Then what is the meaning of these restrictions? Why? Why have restrictions? It only further damages the economy. It only, it's confusing to people. It's like I thought this was a promise of our freedom. And it's in vain. All that stuff, all the shot, it's not, I'm not saying that the shot is in vain if it definitely saves people from death. I'm just saying that the freedom that we were promised by the big daddy government is thrown out the window. If they lock down over cases, and that's all I'm saying. People attacked me on Facebook. I'm just like, oh, you'll never move out of Wisconsin, this guy. And I deleted him right away. And I said, go die or something. And I don't say that too often. I didn't used to say that kind of stuff. I'm a little more rough. I'm a little more mean nowadays. And it used to be that way. To be all passive and nice to everybody. But it's just, and I feel kind of bad about it anyways, because I do have a conscience. But it's like, how long are they going to fucking do this? How long are we going to go through this? Every year, are we going to lock down if there's like a new strain of something? It's like, especially if everybody, like, let's say natural immunity does last too. And you have both that double-edged sword against the whole thing. But people have cases. And, what Berenson called a case-demic, right? And they close down. You have to wear a mask everywhere. Fuck that. I'm not gonna follow that shit. I never really truly quarantined, and I doubt most of you did either. Okay, even my friend I met up with a couple weeks ago. He's like, yeah, I went to see family in the middle of this. It's like he didn't date. He did virtual dates or whatever. He didn't do a lot of stuff, but he went to see family. It's like everybody made that one exception, I'm sure. I made an exception every week because I still saw my role-playing friends. I role-played 2 or 3, or like 3 or 4 other people every week. And I had a date, Didn't have a lot of dates, but, there was a very bizarre date in Illinois that I had in November of last year. But, like, I just don't get it. Like, how can we even approach this in a way that's rational? Like, why would we go through all this again? This shaming, this hatred, this vile politicization of all this. Why do we have to go through this again? Why do we have to go through these lockdowns? And they're doing it all over the place. They're talking about doing these lockdowns again, restrictions and stuff. In Chile, you can't even leave your house and stuff for a couple hours, or a couple hours a day or something. I can't remember. It's like all these restrictions, all these lockdowns, all these masks. Yeah, you could say it's just a piece of cloth, and that's true. But it's not fun to fucking wear a mask if you're a school teacher. I know someone that does that. Or going to the gym, it's a pain in the ass with a mask on. But I wouldn't be surprised. It's just like, why go through all this after what has happened? Like, there's got to be a smarter, more intelligent way to handle this as far as cases go. And you look at the British graph of deaths, it's like flatlined. And that may be changing. I haven't checked today. I checked like 2 days ago. But still, I'm not gonna accept this in my life. My life, February of 2020, I was going through deep depression, and I was on the verge of doing something with that as far as that goes. Just an admission. I was thinking about ending it all in February of 2020. But I had, comedy. I was doing open mic comedy, and I was, jamming with some people and stuff. And everything went to shit the next month, and they took away my life. There's some other things in my life that got fucked up too. I'm not going to go into in public videos, but it was very bad. So for people to say we're gonna lock down again if people have cases, even if they're asymptomatic or mild, that's all I'm talking about. If there's a bump in cases, deaths don't even go up at all, or maybe like marginally, let's say. Like maybe there's one more like a week or something like that, or, you know, who knows? I'm just saying, if it doesn't go up considerably, why go through all that shit again? Why fucking have to like live in this fear? And there's the social thing too. It's very social, because it's like, oh, you're not wearing a mask, man. You're a murderer. You know, it's like, and you worry about what your friends and family think of you. Like, oh, they must think I'm a piece of shit because I'm against this stuff. And like, you know, it's not fun. So I hope logic prevails and we think of a different way of handling this in the world in general. This is just not the way to go. The solution is worse than the crisis itself. In some respects it is. Let's not deny that. In some respects it is. Okay? I know that sounds like Mr. Orange Man, but it's true. I mean, he wasn't really doing much about it anyways, as far as, you know, lockdowns and stuff. So just, it was all empty rhetoric. So anyways, yes, I will consider probably moving to a state that does not have as many, or even, you know, maybe even a city that does not have as many restrictions, if restrictions go back into place. If, therefore, it's because of cases and not deaths, not hospitalizations, and not even long-term, whatever, lawn haul stuff. Let's just say just cases alone. Oh, I'm asymptomatic, but I tested positive because I get tested every week because I work for some fucking government building or something. Oh, no, we got to close down again. You know, it's like, no. So people don't understand me. I'm not getting any younger. I want to live my life. I want to live my life to the fullest. When I went through that crisis last year, I decided to live, okay? I decided to live on this planet and remain. And I'd made that decision. I already decided I'm going to live. I'm not going to end it all. But this is really melodramatic, but melodramatic, but it's the truth. I'm not going to fucking live my life stifled anymore. You know, from after all I've been through, I want to achieve things in life. I have goals. I have ideas. Yeah, maybe, you know, the 40-year-old virgin kind of stuff, maybe that's not the best thing, but doesn't make any joke. But like, you know, I'm just, self-deprecating humor is good sometimes. Yeah, it's not the best, right? But I'm not going to live in that fear, and you know. So yes, I said on Facebook, civil disobedience, and probably sending my resumes to places in Texas and Florida. And I don't get along with a lot of the people and a lot of the politics down there, but I cannot fucking live through another year of that shit. I'm not going to live here if I'm going to have to do that. That's about all.